Here's what you need to know. The F-15 has already squared up against a number of capable fighters and emerged on top. In fact, of the 104 air-to-air duels the F-15 has entered, it has lost exactly 0 of them. Not too shabby. On Tuesday, the first ever F-15X took to the skies in a test flight that brought the U.S. Air Force that much closer to fielding what may be the most capable fourth-generation fighter on the planet. The F-15 has been in service for more than 45 years to date, and is widely regarded as the most successful air superiority fighter in history. Today's successful flight proves the jet's safety and readiness to join our nation's fighter fleet, said Prat Kumar, Boeing Vice President and F-15 Program Manager. Our workforce is excited to build a modern fighter aircraft for the U.S. Air Force. Our customer can feel confident in its decision to invest in this platform that is capable of incorporating the latest advanced battle management systems, sensors and weapons due to the jet's digital airframe design and open mission systems architecture. The last time the U.S. Air Force took delivery of an F-15 was in 2004, but the aircraft's design has not stagnated in the 17 years since. Boeing, who absorbed the F-15 program when they merged with McDonnell Douglas in 1997, has been updating and improving the F-15 for foreign sales throughout. In fact, foreign purchasers in Saudi Arabia and Qatar have funneled more than $5 billion into improving the F-15 Eagle as America moved on to sourcing more advanced, stealth fighters. The result of all this time and money is an incredibly capable iteration of the F-15 that couples advanced avionics with the low-maintenance cost of non-stealth fighter. Most of the world still relies on fourth-generation fighters for engagements in the sky, which means the F-15X may have some stiff competition, but this new bird isn't resting on the F-15's historic laurels. Instead, it just may be the baddest fighter of its generation anywhere on the planet. Why doesn't the Air Force just buy more F-35s? In this era of flying stealth supercomputers like the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter and F-22 Raptor, many have questioned the wisdom of purchasing a slew of new old fighters. The F-15X does not boast any stealth capabilities, nor does it have the same knack for sensor fusion that has earned the F-35 the unofficial nickname of quarterback in the sky. Despite this apparent lack of capability, the Air Force is procuring F-15Xs at a cost of around $87.7 million each, as compared to the now lower F-35 price of just $77.9 million per aircraft. This price differential only emboldens the F-15X's critics, who point out that the F-35 offers a far wider variety of capabilities and is considered much more survivable in contested airspace, thanks to its stealth capabilities. When you only consider those figures, the F-15X may seem like a pretty poor choice. However, the reality of military acquisitions and combat capability are far more nuanced than a side-by-side tale of the tape might represent. While the F-15X may indeed cost more per airframe than the latest batch of F-35s, it may actually be the savvier purchase. The F-35 is intended to have an operational lifespan of around 8,000 hours, whereas each F-15X is expected to last 20,000. In other words, in order to fly the same number of hours as an F-15X, the Air Force would need to purchase not 1, but 3 F-35s. That price reduction is further bolstered by operational costs. Keeping a high-performance fighter in tip-top shape is expensive and time-consuming, but in that portion of the ledger, the F-15X once again shines. The Air Force expects to spend around $29,000 for every hour the F-15X is in the air, far cheaper than the F-35's figures recorded in 2018 of around $44,000 per hour. Now let's do a bit of back-of-the-envelope math to assess how much these aircraft will actually cost in a fight. The F-15X costs $87.7 million per aircraft, and can fly for up to 20,000 hours at a cost of $29,000 per hour. So $29,000 per hour x 20,000 hours plus $87.7 million for the aircraft comes out to a pretty serious $667.7 million. In order to match that operational lifespan, it would take 3 F-35s. So the math would look like $44,000 per hour x 20,000 hours plus $233.7 million for 3 F-35s, and it comes out to more than a jaw-dropping $1.1 billion. The F-15X, then, offers a saving of around $446 million per aircraft over the lifespan of the jet, if things were this simple. Anyway, to give the F-35 a slightly more realistic shake, let's use larger volumes of aircraft, rather than 1-1 comparisons. The Air Force plans to purchase at least 144 F-15Xs, but for the sake of simple math, let's call it 100. The above per aircraft cost times 100 comes out to $66,770 million spent on aircraft and 2 million flight hours. You would need 250 F-35s to match the same flight hour total, which combined with operating costs come to $109,925 million. In this more realistic comparison, the F-15X offers a less pronounced advantage, but still comes to the tune of some $43,155 million in savings over the span of the program. $43 billion is certainly nothing to scoff at. The cost per hour of the F-35 is sure to drop in the years to come, and just as importantly, the F-35 is a stealth platform built largely to engage ground targets. The F-15X, on the other hand, is an air superiority fighter designed to duke it out in the skies. Both of these aircraft are capable of either role, but at a fundamental level, these jets simply aren't built to do the same jobs. It might help to think of them as NASCAR and Formula One racers. Both are extremely capable platforms, but they're each highly specialized for their specific use. The new F-15Xs the Air Force buys won't fill F-35 spots, but will instead replace aging F-15s in America's existing arsenal. What makes this new F-15 better than our old ones? The United States currently maintains a fleet of around 230 F-15s in various trims, CD. These jets represent the crux of America's fourth-generation air intercept fighters. The F-22 Raptor was intended to serve as a replacement for the F-15, but the program was cancelled after just 186 Raptors were delivered. The new F-15Xs boast updated cockpit systems, an enhanced sensor suite and data fusion capabilities, and the ability to carry up to 29,500 pounds of ordnance split into 12 air-to-air hardpoints or 15 air-to-ground hardpoints. Its new twin engines aren't just more efficient, they're also more powerful, making the fastest fighter in America's inventory even faster.